Yeah, definitely, yeah, and it was, that sort of thing was happening quite often, because it is a lot of it was tough terrain, and especially with it being those wet months, there was quite a lot of times where we'd be sort of trying to run through fields that were going up to our knees in mud, and it was horrible. It was horrible. Um, so the months and weeks and months all went by on the tour, and as things started to build, enemy snipers became quite a big issue. Uh, so task forces were formed, and a kind of counter sniper offensive began. And with that, us snipers were all brought back together for the only time on that tour to become sort of half of a team that were going to go on a job. So what had happened was some British troops had been stranded in a compound for quite some time, and they'd taken heavy casualties. There'd been some deaths, and they were basically pinned down by this enemy hired sniper. So our job was to go to this compound and try and relieve them, try and get them out of there, and well, with the aim of taking out this sniper. So for us, sort of four snipers now that are in this small multiple going on this job, we're kind of thinking, well, this is some fucking sniper shit. This is this is sniper versus sniper. This is the kind of thing we've watched films about. This is, we were excited for this, albeit dubious about the situation because it was extremely, extremely serious. So the morning broke, and I think it was probably a 10K patrol that we did, probably 8 to 10K patrol in the morning to get to this location. And as we got there, it was a ghost town. There was nobody about. There was just bombed out buildings and bullet holes in all the walls, but it was quiet and it was eerie. It was weird. It felt like something you'd see in a film. And there was no movement until we eventually got comms on the net with the stranded troops, and they sort of guided us in, and we made our way into their compound. And as we went in, I remember seeing their faces, just thinking, "Fuck me, this." They'd been through the shit. They'd clearly been through it. They were clearly mourning, and they looked rough. It was very, very serious. So myself and the other three snipers, we took ourselves to one side and we kind of started talking about what are we going to do. Our commanders went and spoke with theirs, and they had two tower sentry positions in the corners of their compound. So it was decided that me and one of the lads were going to climb up one, and then the other two snipers were going to climb up the other, and they'd sort of given us a rough kind of direction of where this enemy sniper was. Where he was all these flattened buildings, loads of rubble, loads of vegetation that had started to grow between them. So well, it was a sniper's heaven, to be honest. It was the perfect place for a sniper to be. So we've got to the top, and at the top of this Sanger position was, it's obviously got the sort of 2 meter cube HESCO things full of gravel. We've not managed to get our weapons onto the top yet, and the lad next to me, Gray, he's gone to pop his head up, and he's only got eye height. And as soon as he got up there, bang! This fucking round flew past his head. So he's kind of ducked down. I went, fucking hell! And I went, right. In my mind, he's just fired. I'm going to do it a little quick one and just see if I can see any movement, see if I can see him, moving the action with his weapon, see something. So as I've gone up, he was fucking ready instantly, and this round blew inches past my head. It was fucking hell. I felt it. I felt the bloody air off it. It was far too close. It was mega close. So I've kind of got down. Oh, fuck, man, what are we going to do? So we've looked over to the other Sanger, to the other two snipers. And now at this point, some of the troops on the ground had got a helmet and put it on a stick and had lifted it up in between our Sanger positions above the wall. This fucking helmet went bang, flew off. He got it. This enemy sniper got it. He was dialed in, and he was good. We'd still not got eyes on him. We had no idea where he was. So then Benny, one of the other guys in the other Sanger, he's popped up. I'm saying again, this round's gone, and it sounded like this weapon was fucking hell. It was like nothing we'd ever heard before. It was massive. It was so loud, and the round, you could tell that the velocity in the air, you could feel it. Anyway, this round had gone through the 2 meter of Hasco fucking gravel shit, through a full tin of 7.62 ammunition, and through a railway sleeper and off into the distance. We heard, all of a sudden, we heard Benny going, fuck. And we're kind of expecting, oh shit, like he's been fucking hit. So we've looked over, and he's all right, but he's gone, right, I'm getting the fuck out of here. So we've all climbed down. We kind of gone, shit, like that was pointless. Like we all nearly died then, and we still don't know where this guy is. And it was terrifying. My heart was in my mouth, and I'm like, from speaking to the other three, we were all the same. Like this, at this moment, we were going to die. We were going to die. This sniper guy was going to get us. It was fucking terrifying. So then we've all climbed down, and sort of 100 meters to the north of our compound was another compound, and it would have given us a bit of an angle, like probably a better angle, to be able to see through this rubble and into where this enemy sniper roughly was. So it's decided that one at a time, we'd all line up on the side door to this compound, leave the stranded troops there, and fucking leg it. Do this 100-meter sprint. No smoke, no nothing to draw attention, just one at a time, go. So we're all lined up, and fucking loads of ciggies are getting lit up and passed down the line, and people that didn't smoke are smoking, go, fucking hell. And then eventually it's my turn, and I've got in the doorway. You know, you're carrying about fucking 7 stone of kit here at the minute, so you can hardly move at the best of times. And I just thought, fuck, right, this is it. I had a drag of my cig, passed it on to the next guy, I went, fuck it, go. And off I went. Thank fuck, I made it. No dramas. I was sort of in my head going, fuck me, I'm going to make this. I'm going to make it. Here we go. And I burst through the next compound door. As I've done that, the lads that had already got in there, they'd cleared the place. The boss is on the net, and he's saying, right, everyone fucking get down. We've got air assets are inbound. And then within a minute, this Apache turned up out of nowhere, and it blew everything. It blew everything. Anywhere near this enemy sniper, anywhere near where he was just boom. It was gone, and the enemy sniper was gone with it, and we fucking all sort of breathed a sigh of relief, to be honest. Although after it, me and the other snipers were secretly pissed off that we didn't end up getting the sniper. But we were fucking very glad to get out of there. And my therapist heard about that story probably about 2 years. I told that story weekly to my therapist. It was that moment was, fuck me, terrifying, and it led on. Then it sort of opened a doorway in my mind to what would later come during that tour and my mental state.